fingers crossed we can go a run, because there's no reason why we can't. We've got enough good players, and there's many teams for the Lowland League have come through over the years and went on to the 3rd and 4th round and got themselves Premier League clubs. So fingers crossed we can get and equip ourselves well, and we'll see where we go. It's the first time I've played centre half, and who knows if it'll be the last. We'll need to ask the manager that. It's another position to add to the many that I've played.
Yeah, so it's our first Friday night, so it's finally seen all the plans come together. First game against Spartans here, we got just around about 600, so again, this is the first time that we're actually getting what we'd planned with the Friday night, so anything up probably around 1,000 would be brilliant. We'd be delighted with that. It was seen as a way that we could facilitate our fan base to be able to engage with the project that we're running here. So it allowed them to come on a separate day that they might support one of their other teams that they've been going along for years to on a Saturday or Sunday. So Friday night kind of just made sense for our fan base. It's a night out essentially for them that they can come down and enjoy themselves with their mates, plus watch some good football. So yeah, the content's actually now starting to go out, which has been great. The fans are really engaging and are really sparked a bit of an interest. So I think the first highlights video that went out on YouTube got around about 65,000 views, which is just incredible. And then we've had a weekly podcast, which Slaney now seems to host, which is brilliant. He's taken that on. So yeah, I think there's been a few cynical comments around about what we were trying to achieve, and we're not just trying to create a club and grow that. We're trying to get more eyeballs onto the Lowland League itself and benefit everyone that's involved in that. So again, we've spoken to a number of those clubs in the league to say that we are happy to change our away games so they're not clashing with other teams in their area, so their local communities can come down and get right behind their teams as well. So it's just trying to get a benefit for everyone in the league. So yeah, we're trying to achieve that.
George, how are you feeling, eh? You good? Dave, you alright, pal?
Yeah.
What's happening, boys? You alright?
My situation's not happy every day.
Yeah, it's a good start. Baby steps doesn't go up to 12 o'clock.
That's a long line for how long I'm happy.
Aye, but that's how you go to go in your day, can't you?
I was a full time.
Thanks, baby.
I know, I was speaking to him because I had just before I got to Ibrox, and he was in the presentation, was he? That.
Alright boys, 1,000 people here tonight, lads. What a fucking opportunity to go and show people how good you are. Can't wait for people to watch it, honestly. Now one thing I'm going to say before I go into this is, because there's a big fucking crowd here tonight, do not go and play for yourself, lads. If I see anyone doing it, I'll take you off. Play for the fucking team, that's how you'll show yourself best as an individual. If we stick to who we are, lads, okay? I don't want to see people going out and doing their own thing to fucking run across the pitch to go and get the ball to try and please that crowd. Forget the fucking crowd. If we play out and you hear a groan or you hear a boo, fucking forget it. Okay, as I've said before, the only opinion that matters is what's in here. Stick to who we are no matter what tonight. Understand? I cannot wait for us to watch us here. They've been on a bus for 4 hours, lads. 4 hours, think of that. They've been working all day, they've been on a bus for 4 hours. Start fucking quick. I want to see us bend in their half. Do not give them a fucking second. They'll hate it, lads. Everyone tells me, oh, these are a good team, they can play. They've not played against a team like us. They have not played against a team like us, they're going to get a fucking shock. Get that crowd behind us. It'll help us massively. Now, first game together as a group, Scottish Cup. As I said at the start of the season, could not have asked for a better fucking group to go into it with. Not just players, but staff as well. Where he's have came in 9 weeks, lads, is fucking incredible. I promise you, what he's have done in 9 weeks is incredible. Especially the last 3 weeks. I've seen a totally different side to you, having played with you, watching you train. These are the fucking players I want you to be now, lads. But it's not a time for pats on the backs and well done. It's a time to fucking kick on again. Full foot on the fucking gas and go and be who we are. Again, if we do that, lads, I don't give a fuck about the result. But I said ahead last week, there's more chance of us winning fucking games. Because we are a right good fucking team, believe that. Okay? Let's fucking go.
Come on, lads. All 90 minutes. Go either my manner.
Everything quick, lads. Everything quick. Knee kicks, throwing, fucking do it quick. They will not let more intensity, boys. They might for 20 minutes, they might for 40 minutes, but they won't for the full fucking game, I promise you. Run them into the ground. Don't care about his losing it, lad. Get back straight away. Lads, what a fucking start of the game, honestly. Fucking delighted. 4 shots within 20 minutes, lads. 4 good chances. Honestly, boys, see when you press the way you fucking do, teams cannot live with you, boys. It's fucking so good to watch. Go out and start the second half the way we started that first half, and this game's fucking done soon. I promise you.
Come on.
Good on, boys. Boys, just quickly, everyone. I'm gonna give a fuck if we get relegated this year. I love every single one of you forever, man. There's fucking special people, because believe me, watching that play the sand, fucking utmost respect for every single one of you. They're fucking warriors, lads, honestly. What a team. Believe in yourselves, lads. You can do any you fucking want in this game. Every single one of you, I promise you. And we're gonna do it this year. Keep fucking going, lads. What a team we are. Well done. Alright, bring me down and you go down the new fucking gaffer! Oh, you landing in there! Fucking landing in there!
Hey, Johnny Lennon!
Mentally drained, but so proud of it, honestly, just so proud of the boys. I know I said to you last week that Bonus was my favourite game as a manager, but that's just taking over it. Just, again, the most pleasing thing for me is that people probably don't see it for the stand, but everything that we worked on this week, the boys done it to a T. And that was my big worry when I took this job. It wasn't that people say to me, oh, you'll be getting frustrated with the ability, that's the standard. Not to do that. My one worry was, will these guys be able to take on what I'm asking them to do? And in the space of 9 weeks, that looks like my team, how I want them to play. So all credit goes to them. Like I say, most of them young kids, 20-year-old, to the centre of the pitch, up against guys who have played at a right good level. And they just look like good football players and a right good team now, so I'm absolutely delighted. Well, it was 2-1 with 90 minutes, obviously. I can see for the dugout that's your throne. They get the throne, but then the frustrating thing is that game's you finish 2-1. When you go and play 30 minutes, I pick up 3 injuries in that 30 minutes. So that was my overriding thought in the stand. Of course I want to win the game, but I'm thinking I've not got a fucking team for Hearts next Friday, but that's football. And again, as I say, there's no point in complaining, we just need to get on with it. I might be a wee bit blinded, but I just think that we've had a harsh ride in terms of decisions this year, but maybe other managers think the same. Like I say, we just need to get on with it and try and get as many people fit as possible for Hearts. I might even need to play again, which is breaking my heart more than anything. Brilliant. As I said there, I was actually taken aback when I went back in for the warm-up and I looked. I've played here in League One, Peterhead 7 years, so 14 times, and not once have I ever seen a crowd like that here. And not just that, they never just sat. I could hear, when I got sent up to the stand especially, but even when I was in the dugout, you could hear them pushing the team on, you could hear them saying people's names. So that's what I wanted for this. I wanted the crowd. I didn't want it to be about me, Slaney, and whoever else is involved with Open Goal. I wanted them to get to love the players, and I could hear that in the stands. Oh, what a player he is, what a good player he is, and that's what I wanted this whole thing to be. So I'm glad that they're recognising that this isn't about us and media and stuff like that. It's about these boys who are on the pitch and now who are giving us absolutely everything. So it's great that there's that wee connection there now between the fans and the players.
The Lowland League has now got Celtic, Rangers and Hearts representatives in it. And the basis for putting them in it was good business sense. They would create interest, they would create sponsorship and some kind of ripple effect. And obviously on match day, attendances and sponsorship will increase. But the beauty for the Lowland League clubs is there's no competitive threat, because if Rangers, Celtic and Hearts finish 1, 2, 3, the fourth team in the Lowland League will be de facto champions. They will be the team that goes and plays the winners of the Highland League, and then the worst team and it's SPFL for that coveted place in the top league. So what the Lowland League chairman, owners and executives would tell you, we've got all the joys of having people who'll bring money to the party without any of the evils of them denying us what we are seeking out to do. The criticism will come from the clubs and leagues below who will see that they're being squeezed out at the moment.
No, I'm asking you. You just said that's good.
Aye, but let me get a few months under my belt.
End of season T-Sock.
That's good.
No, I know, but just when you
Just tell me you love them again.
it's weird though.
Tell me you're the fucking gaffer again.
I said to you, when you see, I said to Cammy last night, it's weird though, because sometimes if you say speak, you feel fucking I'm ready to go, and other times, oh no, I don't.
Mine goes blank.
I don't know, it's just weird.
So when was the time you were ready?
See when I join in training, and I came home for training, that's what I feel demoralised with myself.
What's demoralisation?
Falls in the same category. I did genuinely feel that one, but
Why didn't you say it? Why didn't you say it, sorry?
no, because if in front of them, if you still, you need to be at that stage where you're ready to deliver them. But see coming in here, see training with you lads, see if every time I join out, I fucking hate training with you. I mean, I swear to God, I fucking hate it. Lads, the feeling there was, I always say to you, I feel demoralised. And see when I was saying to you the last game, see when teams play, after 10-15 minutes, boys watching the other teams against you, they look the way to get off the pitch, lads, and never lose that. Okay, fucking love yous.
Right, let's forget everything you just fucking said. No, you're right, Stanley. And you know what? See the amount of people that came up to me in the streets, boys that were here Friday night and said the exact same fucking thing. And that's what, there's going to be 2,000 people here tonight, lads. That's what we're thinking, 2,000 people here tonight. And now, like I says to you on Tuesday, lads, that's everything's to do with you. It's got fuck all to do with us. You've been absolutely outstanding the last 4 games, lads, and it needs to fucking continue. I'm telling you, boys, this could go anywhere. See, this team, we can fucking do anything we want, but it's up to yous, lads. It is, honestly, yous are the most fucking important people here. Do not let this fucking go what we've got just now. We've worked so hard, we've had so many fucking setbacks, and now we're in a right good fucking place. Everything that we've done to get here, maintain it tonight, and it's a massive opportunity for us, lads. A massive opportunity. We've waited fucking so long to get here, going away to fucking Glenrothes and getting beat 1-0. Do not go back to the fucking days. Or through a lack of responsibility, maybe a lack of fucking hunger. That can never happen again for us, lads. Regardless of the result tonight, I want people to leave here and they know exactly who we are, on and off the fucking ball. Understand? Come on, let's go.
That is fucking abysmal.
Everybody's a fucking up the ball, man. Can't you get in a shell? Fucking kills everybody on the ball. You give everybody options, man.
Can he equally just expect me to boom fucking 40, 70, 80, 90 yards? That's the only ball I've looked for. Somebody's got to come short to then fucking go in behind. Nobody's looking.
The thing is, lads, we can still win this game. We can still fucking win it. We need to be so much more, lads. We're 2 to 10 men, lads. We should be dripping in sweat. I didn't see it. Lads, what opportunity we got here? This could be 4 wins on the bounce. We're letting fucking bypass us. If we get beat, being us and being fucking aggressive and getting tight to people, I can accept it. You've not been tight to that life on your once. Why? That's what you're good at. That's why I brought you here. Come on. Come on. Everyone. I need to see your personality, lads.
Boys, make sure they see this second half. Every one of these are demanding the ball. Every single one of these.
Brothers, brilliant, mate. They could probably put you good back at it. Hope Brothers was outstanding.
Lads, listen, I'm not going to criticise you too much because you've been fucking outstanding for us. But the second half just goes to show how bad the first half is, lads. With 10 men. Nowhere near at it, lads, first half. Look at them, they had a structure, they had a way of playing, they had rotations, they were fucking brilliant. We need to stick to that, lads. They get 5 days, we only get 2 days, but if we need to date for 2 hours of time, lads, I will. Because it's so important, that's the game. That's what the game is, it's about having a fucking identity and sticking it. That's what the best teams do, watch any of the best teams. Liverpool, Man City, they stick to their identity. We need to fucking have that every time we play, lads, I told you that. If we done it then we're fucked. It's anybody out there, it's 11 players. Again, character thought I get through it really well done. I agree, Broadwood's excellent. Fucking full time, kept taking the ball for Div, never kicked it. Div's a couple of great saves as well. But we need to be better than that, lads. As we've got a right good opportunity this year to do something. But again, well done. Great character to come back. Use anything.
Second half's different class. First half from Rangers, I think you boys know that.
Boys, but what is, sorry Dale, see the first half, what is that though? I don't get that. There's something we've done wrong here.
It's the top league, you want to
It started being slow and it just sort of built up and we kept going until that time, I think.
I think we just thought we'd just go to turn up and beat them. That's what I thought, that's what I go for.
Because you're young kids and that.
And that should never be the case no matter who, it doesn't matter who we play against. We should never be going into a fight and we're going to beat anybody. I mean, we cannot get back to what we were a month ago when we're away to Stirling, and I'm saying it, I can't get the last good football. That's the same as the first half. Everybody must, that's been a player. That's not something you can just turn on and turn off, lads. You must always want the ball, always.
What, anybody else, anything on the pitch, anybody seen?
I think you're right. I think the first half we've done the wrong thing. Like, when I get the ball, I know for a fact Brock's coming in, that's my pass, or if it's sent from the reverse. When I was getting the ball the first half,
Eight passes on one.
And then I end up having to go along up to RT.
Yeah.
And as you're right, that's no again. But to be fair to them, the press is really good the first half, but the switch was on.
Yeah.
So that's what on the pitch we've got to see that they're fucking squeezed it right over and the switch across was on. But you need to think about games, lads. You can't just turn up and think, right, we're going to play. The gaffer's got a set way of playing and we stick to it. But see when you get home tonight, think about what you did in the game. Don't just think, right, one each, right, and move on to next week. Think about what you did in the game to become a better player next week and what the manager wants of you. And then you take it into every game, and then every game it becomes second nature. You just do it. You go, Brock comes in after the line, Jim's high. It just comes. Instead of getting out there fucking about, thinking, right, we're going to roll this team out, they're young boys, and shite. Just did a wee sniff about it. And I don't usually speak before a game, and I sniffed it before the game that they thought we would turn them over the day. And that's how I say to you, they're arrogant me to try and get this going.
Anything else? Jim? Tammy, anything? One?
Colts are always good in this league. All the Colts teams are always good. They're well drilled, they train 5 days a week to their boots. You should never expect anything less for them that they're going to turn up. Every team in this league is good, that's why it's really hard. And that's why in the last 5 years the manager's not won for Broomhill, because it's in a tough league. Especially the Colts are very well drilled. So Celtic Rangers will be the exact same when they come good teams.
So if anybody does think that when you at any game, lads, that we can turn up and fucking just do what we like and we're going to win games, get out of your head now. Again, I'll take fucking part of the blame for putting that pressure on you to win games. Because we've got no right to win games. We're a fucking new team that have just been put together. And remember, no at it, we're average. So we've no right to turn up and play and think we're going to win games. We need to be at it every time we fucking come here. Alright? Well done, second half. Well done, boys. Take a draw. Well done. Really disappointed with the first half. Miles off it. Again, you need to give credit to the opposition because I thought they were excellent. Young kids coming up here, obviously us on the back of a big high. But then again, I know their coach Donald Patton, for me, he's one of the best coaches in Scotland. You could see that he was at our game last Friday. You could see they'd been well drilled on how they were going to try and stop us playing. I still thought, again, that's looking for excuses for the boys because I still thought there was areas that we could exploit, but we just weren't at it tonight. I wouldn't say they've got a bad attitude, Rob. I would never ever label that the boys. Just maybe complacency, maybe thinking turning up because it was a young Hearts team that we were going to roll them over. Where again, I just say to them in there, we've only been together 12 weeks. We're not good enough to do that. We didn't know each other well enough. We're not a strong enough team unit to turn up and do that. We need to be at it. We need to follow instruction. And if we didn't, I said that we look like an average team because again, of course we will. We're just put together in the last kind of 4 months. So we've done really well the last 4 weeks because we've stuck to instruction and we've played an intensity with that instruction. So it might be a good thing, a wee reminder that if we do go away from that, then there's consequences. What they have got, and again it's no excuses, they've had 5 days to kind of work on a game plan, whereas we had a couple of boys missed Tuesday with injuries. We're 2 centre backs, couldn't have trained Tuesday, and then Cookie never even trained last night in terms of the shape. He couldn't even get through shape. So the fact that he's went on and played tonight, that's the advantage of being full time and the disadvantage of us being part time. But like I said, the advantage we've got experienced players that they don't, and they don't. So like, I thought Hearts were really good. I did. Like you say, I totally agree. I think they kind of done what we wanted to do. So you need to give them credit. And again, I thought they had some individual players who were really, really good. So if you'd offered us a point at half time, I'd snatched your hand off. They've been at work all day, these boys. I mean, Hearts have been sitting relaxing all day in their house, whereas our boys have been out doing a shift. Within that shift, you didn't know what's happened in the shift, you didn't know what's happened when they went up the road. You didn't know if they've maybe got home late for their work and they're rushing about to try and make the game. These are the things that you can't really control. So you do need to understand, but at the end of the day, you're paid to play football. When you get here, I expect you to come here with full focus and give it your full 100% maximum effort. But I say I didn't want to slaughter them too much because they have been outstanding for us. So we bump in the road.
Get my beautiful face in the back.
So I signed a 2.5-year deal with Cove, and the plan was to go full time there. So my plan was sign with Cove. The plan was to go full time, sign a 2.5-year deal. I'll end up moving up to Aberdeen and I'll be back full time. And then COVID came, nobody knew it was going to come. COVID came and I was stuck part time. I was only making my Cove wage. I was like, what am I going to do, like, with myself? And then obviously I started my business. No, I tell a lie. My dad's worked for Scottish Water for 35 years, so he got me into the call centre there. Honestly, I was in the call centre for about 2 months. I was like, this is brutal, I'm not doing it. No disrespect to the call centre, but I just didn't enjoy it personally myself. And I was like, I had money saved up for COVID, and I was like, what am I going to do? And my best pal, he worked for somebody doing this exact same thing, and I phoned him. I was like, mate, what are we doing? Like, you're making your boss man money, but you're only getting a small piece of the pie. Let's work together. We'll get a van and we'll just go for it. And he liked the idea of it. He saved money up for COVID as well. We started off with a van. We've now got 2 vans. Mate, I was at Celtic, Lennoxtown every day. I then went to Motherwell every day, and I stay in Musselburgh, mind you. And then after Motherwell, I signed with Anna in Athletic, which are way doing it like the Dalbeattie way. And then after that, I went to Cove Rangers, Aberdeen. Mate, honestly, you should see my car, eh? I've paid a lot of money into that car. Loved my time at Celtic, honestly, it was so good. I was there from I was 7 till I was 18. Mate, I could honestly write a book on my time at Celtic. I was there that long. Everything we've done, I've been to something like 29 countries or so. I'm playing tournaments all over the world. Moved out of my house when I was 13, stayed in digs. Went to the school through there and everything like that, and then they gave me my first 3-year deal at 16. So I actually played in 3 friendlies for the first team, but that was as close as I got. You train with them a lot because obviously they need bodies and stuff like that. So you're in your last year of your contract and you're giving it your all, you're staying behind, giving extra because you obviously want a new contract, but just at the end of the day, it's like nothing you can really do. If they make their mind up, if they didn't see a path for you into the first team, then that's it. And at the time it was
like me and Mikey Johnston, we were the two wingers, came up for once at a young age, both of us got 3-year deals at 16, but he just kicked on and I never really. That's the bottom line of it. I was really glad I didn't know what to do in my life at that time. I think that's the thing for young boys, like, because you've been in that environment for so long, like that's all you know. Once you do get released, it's actually not the end. Like it actually isn't the end. Like I went to Motherwell, had an amazing year at Motherwell. And once you're at that age, you think like your world's crashing down on you, and it's not. It's not, but you're just young and you think that's all you know, eh? But picked myself up and went again. Major factor for me coming to Broomhill was the gaffer, 100%, because I had offers in the leagues, and then we went for a coffee, and everything he was saying, it just blew me away. It's just like, that's a bit of me, and then we made it happen, and I signed, and I'm glad I've signed it. It was definitely one of the right decisions I've made in my football career, because if you didn't make the right decision in football, you could go that way or you could go that way. So it's all about taking the right pathway in, and I'm happy where I am just now. There was a few people I asked before I was doing it, just to make sure I was doing the right thing. In my mind I was already set, I was signing my Open Goal, but you hear the whispers and other managers are trying to sign you like, oh, didn't go there, and stuff like that. It's just a laugh. Like nobody really took it seriously at first, but they definitely take it serious now that we're flying and we're definitely putting in the challenge to try and go and win the league. Say for instance we beat a team and say their manager before the game's like, oh, it's fucking Open Goal, team full of jokers, go out there, win the game, and then we go and beat them, makes him look like a dick. So the next time he plays us, he probably wants to get a bit of revenge. Like every team wants to, like you see the celebrations after every time we get beat, teams are like celebrating like it's the Champions League. But that's good, that's what you want to be the team to beat, because you know you must be doing something right if everybody wants to beat you. That's the thing, like we were a new team after like getting forged together, went through a tiny bad stint, and then now we're flying, it's coming off. Definitely there's a fight about us as a team as well. The changing room, for boys that are just meeting each other, like we're so close, like really close, and that's good. Like the team spirit and everything's amazing. As the gaffer always says, the sky's the limit for us. We could, honestly, if we keep the form up and we keep doing everything we're doing, like what says we can't go and win this league, then try and win in the playoffs and then go up to League 2. Because I would fancy us against any League 2 side. Always growing up, I always played striker, and like I was always scored, and then don't know why, like this season my finishing's not been the best, but see if you go into training, I think we've had a shooting comp every single time. I've dusted everybody, but it's a different thing doing it in a game, which I know I can do it. Well, it plays in the back of your mind a wee bit, but doesn't really get to me. Like for instance, I had at the time, like, so this season I've got like 9 assists as well. So I was always playing, it wasn't like I was playing bad, like I was actually, like my performances this year have been actually very good. And then obviously I just wasn't hitting the net. I was doing everything bar hit the net, so assisting, I was getting into the right positions, but as I say, the goals were just turning into noise and there was nothing I could do. I just thought it was good. Like I think I hit the bar and the post about 6 times in 4 games. I think I counted 6 times in 4 games I was hitting the bar and post. It was just my luck wasn't going.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the magic shoe.
Yeah, the magic shoe.
Customers want to how people take my bag here, this is the picture. Look at the players in this, don't be scared, keep coming them.
Round of applause to Brock getting his first goal. J-Lo, show him your dance moves. Come on, Jim. J-Lo, 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 J-Lo.
Fucking outfight them. If we can outfight them, outplay them, outrun them, we win this fucking game. They do not have a fucking chance. And last, what I'm going to say, bring your individual quality. Do what you fucking do well, and we win this game. Ready to go? Come on, let's go.
Hey boys, well done.
Lads, second half much better, really good. Decision making much better. Subs well done when you came on, no easy to come on. Lads, I'm telling you now, 2 or 3 months ago we'd have lost that game. Again, we could have div, fucking excellent. Again, you didn't have a lot to do at times, but when you do, mate, fucking some big saves there again. But lads, another 3 points, well done, keep going. Do not, lads, do not think we've done anything yet. I'm telling you boys, see, as soon as you think you've fucking done something, it goes that way. Continue to do what's got us to this point. Be fucking good guys, good people, turn up, train well, listen, and keep working hard, and we'll have a fucking season to remember, boys, alright? Well done. Used to it, innit? Josh, let's go! Hey, son.
Just give me one touch.
Song! Give us a song, Josh! Come on, Josh! With your foot, get your flip flops on and give us a song! Come on, give us a song, Josh, quickly!
You said to me, just give me one touch.
Right, okay, we'll wait. You're not getting away, everyone stand up for him! On the bench! Come on, Josh, on the bench! No, tell us, tell me everything about your personality, what song you pick. It's a test. Honey, honey, so honey, I'm honey, honey, honey. I'm honey, 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 honey tonight. Jumbo Shuffle!
Jack. Good feet, Jack Walsh. Oh, Joe. It's alright, mate, you're in your open leg now. Can handle that. Oh, and Jack Devlin in the conference league, that's where the real players play.
Oh, wow. Oh! See that? No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. It's meant to be a passing drill.
Ryan Mill can't win a game, this. Ryan Mill needs 5 touches. 30 seconds left! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time! Oldest. Fucking Joe, that's where the proper players play, I tell you this. That's where everyone dreams of playing the Conference League. 1 each. Get that ball in, Jack.
I'm Josh Gemmell, I'm a striker, 17. I joined Broomhill at the start of the season. I was texting Robbie about coming, and when I signed a contract with Martin, that was one of the options, so I came here and it's been brilliant so far. It was surprising, I never actually thought I was going to be going on, so it was, I think, the first last 2 minutes, and it was a header, just jumped up and scored, so I was surprised with that, but it was brilliant feeling, and after the game all the lads were buzzing for me, so it was brilliant reaction from the boys, and it was brilliant feeling. Tell you what, I was nervous, but somebody whispered in my ear what song to sing, so just took the information off him, and it was brilliant. Water everywhere, it was scenes, but it was good. I just need to keep proving myself, keep working hard to show the gaffer and all the first team that I can be at that level, and I will keep working until I can get there. But even with the 20s, I need to show just now that I can handle the standards and keep trying my best. They're brilliant. They've been brilliant with me ever since I came in. With all the boys, we all have a very good relationship with the coaches, and I think that's very important at this age. That the players do have a good relationship with the coaches, and they've been brilliant with us. Absolutely superb.
Watch this. Canal boys, man. This is live on BBC. He's shiting it.
So I always felt that he would get his opportunity to get on. I think it was maybe about the 89th minute or so. But as I said, I wasn't surprised that he was able to go on and get a goal, because he certainly has a goal scorer. It's one of the reasons I was so keen in getting him at the club. But I was absolutely delighted for him, and it's good to see his reaction since then, that he's still been coming in here, worked really hard, and just knowing that he only got there through hard work here. And as I say, hopefully he can get more opportunities as the season progresses.
You know, Si, Slaney and Dell, obviously they're our mates as well, but I don't think you can't underestimate how good they've been, even with the 20s here. I thought Si's hardly missed a game, Dell's came down to a lot of games, and Slaney's came down to a lot of games, and they've got games on Saturday night, so it's good for them to obviously commit their Friday night to come and watch the 20s, see obviously the 20s player that the first team manager's taking an interest in how they're doing. And listen, we've already had, Josh has came on and made his debut and made a couple of appearances and scored. Lorenzo's came on, young Cammy's been on the bench, Jack Walsh has been on the bench, so
I think he's shown as well, he's keen on having a pathway into the first team squad for the players to do well and make that progression, so it's obviously good for them to see boys getting a chance. Occupy the middle of the pitch, Cammy, good boy. Cam. Always be an option.
Cam's been a joke just in the middle, man. So competing in the Lowland Development League in Conference A, to be honest, no one that I knew too much about prior to this sort of project coming together, but was fortunate enough where towards the sort of tail end of last season was able to go and watch several games throughout the different conferences, and I was really impressed with the standard, to be fair, and I was glad that I'd done that, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have been too aware of the level of play I had to bring in here.
Si told us, we had a sort of sit down chat about how the fact that obviously the podcast was looking to take over a football club, which obviously I thought was great. It was apparent quite early that Si and Selena were going to take over the first team, and they just had a chat about the fact that the team had an under-20s, and I just basically told them how my little brother was in at Partick Thistle Academy. Robbie was taking under-15s at the time, had been doing that for a few years, but he had mentioned a couple of times that he was looking to move on to sort of development football in terms of higher up in the age groups or adult football. So I mentioned that to Si, but Si's his own man, he knows what he wants, so he's not just going to take Robbie on the basis of my word. So he wanted to have a chat with him, ran it over Robbie. Robbie was the same, he was pretty keen, but wanted to have a chat with Si, and yeah, that was it, just took over for there.
And to be totally honest with you, it's one of them where when he first said it to me, I thought that's not happening, or if it did, I'd been very surprised if it did. It was one that excited me though, given the sort of, you just need to look how successful they've made the podcast, and as much as a lot of that's been to the fact that boys have good personality, good humour, whatever else, but ultimately it comes down to their passion of football and Scottish football. So to see how much they were able to grow the podcast and the brand as such, then there was no reason why they weren't able to do it at football clubs. I basically said to Andy, as much as it sounds good, one, I'm no totally convinced that this is going to happen, but two, if it does, I need to know how serious they're going to take the development side of things, where they sort of see the club going. So I think we had a phone call, and then I went down to one of his staying sets at Peterhead, because obviously it was his cell and Del Lyle would have been there. So to be fair, we literally spoke for about 20-25 minutes just to kind of touch on where the sort of current plans were at, how far along the process they were in terms of making it happen, where he kind of seen me and the whole picture of things, what he was looking to achieve, and it was obviously really positive because we're standing here now, so it went really well.
Robbie had said pretty early he was quite keen to get someone in to help him. I think he'd mentioned guys that he'd worked with at Partick Thistle or other potential people, and I did say to him, I said, I'll help you at the start. This was during pre-season, obviously, at the very start. I said, I'll help you at the start, but obviously my football's ultimately got to be a priority. But the fact that we're in Europe, and listen, the Hearts manager, Robbie Nielsen's been brilliant with me, because I'm doing my A licence this year as well, so obviously doing this is a good experience going into that, and he's just said, listen, go and do it, enjoy it, learn from it, but just don't be out the day before the game. And the fact that our games have been Sundays has meant that I've managed to go to most of the games on a Friday night, but on a Monday and a Wednesday night at training, it's obviously just good to come out and ultimately still be around football settings regardless of what level, because I think what I will say is it's been different, but it's been a challenge for me as well, and I've enjoyed it, and a lot of that has been down to how good the young boys have been, so they're a good group to work with.
Because when he initially said, I said, listen, it'd be brilliant if you did, but there's no way you'll be able to do it to the capacity you're probably talking about just now. I said, because, from his point of view, and for mine as well, I wouldn't want his football getting affected, but as he said, the fact that he's in Europe just now playing on Sundays probably helped massively, but for me it was a massive help. Thankfully he's been able to commit an awful lot. It's probably been about 80-90% of the sessions and games he's been here. But I've learned, it's not just good for me, for the boys, it's brilliant. If I was in their position having somebody that's currently playing European football, playing at the top end of Scottish football, it's brilliant for them, which ultimately is all that matters.
It's easier for me, to be honest, because like Robbie said, Robbie obviously still plays part-time as well, works full-time, so he's working 9 to 5 on a Monday to Friday, trains on a Tuesday, Thursday, 20s Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and got a game on a Saturday, so his is certainly a bit more difficult. I come when I'm available, and if I'm being honest, in terms of a full-time football player, it's maybe not as many hours as somebody that's got a 9 to 5 during the week, but I just try and commit whenever I can. But like I said, if I didn't enjoy it, if I never bought into it, then it wouldn't work for either party, for myself or obviously Robbie and the boys, and I've really enjoyed it, so any chance I get to commit to the days, which thankfully has been most of it, then I'll certainly do it. When he's training, Robbie? 16, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's older at you two and who's younger? Honestly, I know you're probably looking.
No,
As if we go home and have a mud wrestle in the bathroom. Like, it's nothing like that. It's been fine, aye. I think the only sort of, well, we both give our opinions. Sometimes they don't match, but I think it's healthy, and we obviously bounce off each other. I think in terms of, we mentioned on the podcast, in terms of picking a team on a Friday, you know, we've got 16, 17 boys and we trust every one of them with a jersey. So I think most weeks the starting 11 that we suggest for the games is probably different, which is good. And then we'll just have a 5-10 minute conversation on finding a balance within it. I think other than that, no, there's not really been in, is there?
It's kind of different how you measure success at this level. Obviously, the kind of people we are, we want to win every game. I want to win leagues, I want to win cups. But you measure success differently. I mean, if we, you know, won the league, but no players made any appearances in the first team, and no players got a contract at the end of the year, that probably wouldn't be a success in my eyes then. Ultimately, we want to try and support the club's long-term vision at getting to where we want it to be, and hopefully for us that includes some of those boys, which to be honest we've got absolutely no doubt it will. So that's why we train as hard as we do. That's why we have consistent messages between ourselves and the first team, because we want them to get that level. And we've said it to them loads of times, and Si's the exact same, which is really good about Si. We want to get the boys to our first team, but we'd be even more happy if they were to outgrow us and go on even bigger and better things.
The fact of the matter is, contrary to reports, Si can't go out and spend 50 grand on players, which is what people think. So ultimately he needs the 20s to work as well, which is great why he's bought so much into it and given up his time to come down to training sessions and games. So there's still that level of, I'd say, pressure on and obviously Robbie to do a good job here, and hopefully at the end of the season that 2-3 boys go up again, because like I said, people think that Open Goal have got this blank checkbook and go out and sign players, which has never been the case.
Aye, Andy's touched on that. That's just a massive appreciation for myself, Andy as well, but I'm sure the boys appreciate how much sort of time and effort Si's put into their development, because you can do, there's one thing just coming and watching, but he gets to know every one of them individually. He's always speaking to me, asking on his opinion on certain things, giving his input on it, and he'll, as I say, he'll speak to them individually, he'll give their input, and just having that sort of the enthusiasm he shows to them, it's surely got to add to their appetite to stay at this club and hopefully progress.
Did you say we lost a ball, aye?
Aye, usual. Listen boys, obviously, good week of training. Friday, not going to run over it too much, we've already covered that kind of after the game, and then slightly on Monday, but as Eton lads, we asked for a good reaction, that's what we've got. Alright, so as we all bang on about all the time, you're going to take bumps, we're going to have draws, going to have defeats, whatever. We ask all the time for good positive reactions, and that's what I said on Friday. The one thing I was looking for is to have a positive reaction at training this week, and that's what we got. Alright, keep putting that in lads, and we'll get consecutive good results throughout the length of the season. Alright, we're only going to go one way if we keep training that. Good attitude, quality's really good as well. Alright, so I think I said on Friday lads, no boss, everybody's okay to get there, but as always lads, try your best to kind of tie in with lifts and all that, to just because it helps boys out and stuff. Alright?
Training was excellent for me lads, really enjoyed it. I think it's the best we've trained for a few weeks now. Application, hard work, quality and personality for me. Boys' voices, goals, reaction, encouraging teammates as well as criticising teammates, because you're all demanding the standard. Robbie touched on it earlier, nothing's personal. We sort of get better as a football team, and I thought as a group we were excellent tonight. So on to Friday, playing Spartans, I think they're a place behind us in the league, aren't they? But like we've said at the start, we play at our level, nobody can handle us, so look forward to another good game.
All but us lads, alright? Well done boys, well done.
I'm going to ask you, I'm going to test you, are you ready? See how switched on you are? So if the ball does, we're going to show them this side, but if the ball goes here...
I already know there, show it to
Good, good. Well done, mate. So when it goes to the right back,
go.
Bang! Do not stop and yard away from going tackle him, alright? Any chance you get to get at him, Cal, go and fucking make things happen, pal, alright? Be as creative as you can, good luck.
Who do you go when the ball's this side?
6 shots for you.
Well done, you man.
Who's going it? Hey, who's going to mark it?
When we win it back, fucking punish them. I want pressure on them fucking from the start, lads. If we win the ball back, I want you getting at people. Cam, I want you getting at people. I want crosses into the box. Now, I know this is hard, lads. How we play, it's fucking relentless. It's hard to come here every time and be at it. I understand that you've been working all day. I feel it, lads. I've been in your position. But listen, lads, what I want you to think about is what I think about now is how lucky we are. How lucky I am. One, to be doing my fucking job that I love, that I'm passionate about. I get paid to do it. There's thousands that would fucking love to do it. And two, and the most important thing, lads, what gives me energy is yous. Honestly, boys, yous fucking energise me. See, when I get in the car tonight, I can't wait to come and watch us. Training Tuesday night, lads, I put on a drill where I ask you to fucking sprint after 3 minutes of possession. To watch yous, lads, run like that, it fucking energises me. Honestly, I've told yous, boys, on Tuesday, I would not take any other fucking squad in the league. When we're at it, we are the best fucking squad in the league. When we work harder than anyone else, when we're more aggressive, and when we're braver than anyone else. So if right now, lads, you've been working all day and you feel a wee bit tired, you might even think you can't be asked. I've been there, lads, understand. I want you to think of these two things. How lucky you are to be a football player, to be doing what you love in a fucking stadium like this, on a pitch like this, with people watching you, the amount of people that are going to be here. And then I want you to think how lucky you are to have the fucking teammates that you do. They need you to come here, lads, and run, fight, and be fucking brave. If we do the three things, bring your individual quality, bring what we are as a team, I'll walk away from this game fucking delighted regardless of the result. Run over the top of these lads. I want to see us be fucking us in the best version tonight. Ready to go? Yeah.
Listen, your reaction to this isn't acceptable, right? I don't like hearing all the shout. You talk to me inside and there's a way to do it.
Boys, don't give a fuck about the first 10 minutes because after that it's been absolutely outstanding, lads. What a fucking team you're like. I'd hate to play against you, boys. When we do the simple things, we're fucking excellent. In that final third, lads, we need that wee bit more quality. I'd rather we fucking ballooned it out the pitch instead of fucking floating up to the goalie's arms. Any chance you get to put the ball in the box, I want it fucking whipped in. Whip it in. If it goes out for a goal kick, I don't give a fuck. What we can't have is a floaty wee fucking cross. Their goalie comes and gets it and boots it up the fucking pitch. Be braver, lads. Trust your ability that when that ball comes wide, I can fucking whip it in. What a delivery you've got. Whip the ball. Alright, come on lads, keep going.
Go here, lads.
Boys, just quickly, I'm not talking for too long. Boys, that's the best I've ever seen a team play under me. Honestly, boys, that was fucking top level football, boys. It was a fucking pleasure to watch every one of you boys, honestly. First 10 minutes I was shiting myself because I thought we'd gone. After that, boys, what a fucking performance in every aspect, lads. Honestly, boys, I'm fucking lost for words what I've just seen out there. We never dropped below that. I said before the game, I knew we had better, lads. We've been great for 7 games, but that's how I see us, because I know what yous have got, every single one of yous, on and off the ball and the character, lads. Do not fucking stop. We can do anything we want. Not just this year, but in your fucking careers. I've told you that before. Keep fucking going. Do not stop. You'll get there, alright? Well done, everyone.
Jim, ready for shuffle, Jim? What? Oh, you there? That's your shuffle!
Well, Si asked me to come down and watch a game, and I enjoyed it. It was a good performance, good result. So I wasn't doing anything, so come down and watch the boys and see how they're getting on.
Anything particular stand out?
I thought they were really brave on the ball, tried to build for the back, good speed in the attacking areas, but they were incredibly fit. You know, I think they went to the end, you know, throwing the ball in quick free kicks. I thought it was just a really strong performance, incredible fitness levels, bravery to take the ball, and some nice goals as well, which is always good. I'm glad I came along tonight. It was a really good game, watching 2 good teams. Unfortunately, you know, for Si and the boys, their team were the better side. They were fitter. They had that cutting edge going forward, particularly in the second half. But fantastic. I think it's great. You know, I think you're always going to get the initial interest because of, you know, the work that Si and the boys have done with the podcast, you know, leading into this. And if they continue to play the way they have, the crowds will, you know, at the very worst, they'll maintain the crowds. I think more people come and watch because it's a good standard of football. It's a team that wants to go and attack, that wants to keep the ball in the deck and play some good football. So I would expect the crowds to at least stay, but I think they will improve, and I keep saying it, this team will improve as well.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely my favourite game so far. Delighted to see them play that way because the one thing that I always find with not lower league players, but at this level, part-time level, is you do get carried away, and it's easy to get carried away because we've had a couple of incidents the last couple of weeks. You start to think, and then maybe getting a wee bit too carried away with outside noise. People tell them they were brilliant. So deliberately this Tuesday, I came in and I not random. It was all everything out of the day's possession, but there was runs involved when there wasn't usually. I wanted to see if there was any moaning. I wanted to see if there was any people getting on at each other, but there wasn't. They came in and they'd done it and they worked their arses off. The boys thoroughly deserve the weekend off, and then we'll be ready to go for Bucky the week after.
Road trip.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
Good. So
I'm supposed to be on the bus.
you're in a room with Slaney. That's how I want to see you play. See that bravery, Aidan, guys, brilliant, wasn't it? Enjoy it, mate.